Hey guys, I just wanted to tell you guys a cool story about something that happened at church camp this last weekend. And yeah, um, so basically, uh, it's a 3 day camp. We have one full day, so it's like we get there, and then we have a full day, and then the next day we leave. And then on that full day, so like on the second day, um, we have two worship services. We have one in the morning after breakfast, and then one at night before dinner. No, chapel services. So there's like a whole service. There's worship, service, and then worship. So we have two worships and then one actual service per chapel. So we have four worship services or four worships, whatever. And then so this takes place during second chapel service, second part of the worship. So towards the end, and I'm standing in the crowd and I'm worshiping, and I feel the Holy Spirit tell me to go to the altar and pray, just get on my knees and start praying, right? So I do, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to God. I'm like, God, I'm here. Like, what do you need from me? Like, what is the next step? And I hear just like nothing. It's just complete silence, right? It's just complete silence, and I just go back to my spot in the crowd, and I'm like, that was really, really weird. And I didn't really realize it then in the moment, but like a bunch of other people started to go to the altar and pray on their knees and have encounters with God. And and I didn't really notice. Like I didn't think about it, right? But I had this friend named Micah, and after the worship service, I tell him about the thing that just happened. Like how I went to the altar and I prayed and I heard nothing, and he told me the reason why that he was one of the people who was at the altar praying, and I prayed over him, and he told me that one of the reasons why he went to the altar was because I went there first, and he saw me, and he felt more comfortable because I was there, and the reason why I went there is because the Holy Spirit told me. And like I thought to myself, like, imagine the Holy Spirit told me, and then I didn't obey, and I didn't listen, right? Then who knows, like maybe other people wouldn't have gone up too, because like I didn't go up to the altar and pray on my knees. And that taught me two things. It made me realize two things. And it made one of the things was your obedience to Christ doesn't just affect you, but it also affects other people around you, right? Because like, think about it. Like, imagine, like, if I didn't go up to the altar, then who knows who wouldn't have gone up to the altar, right? Like, I think that's just like really crazy to me. And like, the more that I think about it, the more that I like have that realization that like my obedience is so much more than just like for myself, right? But it's so much more for others too. Like, I could be like, if I wasn't obedient, then I could be holding other people back from having their encounter with God, right? And then the second thing is like, even when you don't understand what's going on, right? Like, God is outside of time, right? He can see everything going on. He's not in our dimension. He's not in our time, right? So like, even if it doesn't make sense to us at that moment, God has a plan, right? And he understands what's going to happen if you do obey, if you don't obey, right? And it's not our job as Christians and as people, as humans, right, to try to like understand and figure out and find out why God does what he does and how he does it, right? That's not our job. That's not what we're supposed to do, right? Our job is we're supposed to have faith in Jesus, right? And faith is what bridges that gap from us to God, right? And I think that's just like that's like a really big reality check for me, and really just taking that leap of faith and that step of faith when I don't know what's going on, and even though it seems scary or confusing or weird or it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, you just gotta take that leap of faith. And I think that's just like a really crazy moment that happened. And when he told me that, I just like, it was so crazy. I broke down crying. I was already crying a lot from the first worship service because like church camp is just amazing. Like if you haven't gone to church camp before, then I highly recommend it. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, God bless you guys, and I hope you guys have a good morning or a good night or good evening or anything. But yeah, God bless.